Savage community, savage listeners, anyone that still tunes in, if it's one of you or 1,000 of you, I'm not going to get on a spiel today about why I'm not on Spotify or Apple Play, and I haven't been in a little over a year. I'm going to encourage you to go to YouTube and listen to the past podcast, or go to Spotify or Apple Play and listen to the first 5 seasons, or close to 5 seasons. Actually, I wasn't even going to do a podcast today. Yes, I'm behind again, but because I haven't been sick, but I haven't felt good at all, and it's going on day 6 now. About day 6. I can't seem to shake this, and my energy levels are low. So, in a nutshell, even when I'm doing basic training for all of you that know what I do with ultra trail running, being an ultra endurance athlete, yes, at a mediocre level, less than a mediocre level, Spartan racer, been training my whole life, different types of training in earlier life. Again, I hold myself accountable and I call myself out. I don't go more than 3 days and not train. When I mean train, I mean at least the basics. Not I'm training for an ultra. For running, when I mean running, I mean jog, walk, power walk, run together collectively, because that's all what encompasses my version of being an ultra runner, ultra endurance athlete. And I don't miss a 3-day window unless I'm really sick or I'm injured. And if it's depending on the injury, I can still work through it. I'll work through an injury before I will sickness. But I started feeling bad last week, about Thursday night, and I felt so bad Friday, I decided that I wasn't training all weekend. And then I did some pull-ups, like 100 pull-ups, something like that. Anyway, and then I'm going to give myself another day. And usually I have to talk myself out of not training. And I got done with the ultra about 10 or 12 days ago. It wasn't, again, I haven't got into the mileage I want to get into, but it was a 50K, and I started back training about 3 days later. Usually that's the window for me on a 50K, on a 50 miler or up. Usually it's about 4 or 5 days. I might still do some push-ups or some crunches or some pull-ups, or maybe hobble into the gym and do some lightweight, which everything I do is mainly lightweight. And I told the mama C to the wife, I was like, I'm not going to train all weekend. And I said, because I'm not feeling it all. You might hear me cough a lot in this. If you don't, good. If you do, I apologize. My chest is tight. I got so much congestion. My head's been pounding, and it's like day 6 and I can't seem to shake it. So I decided 4 days I didn't do. I did my normal stuff I needed to do. I wasn't on my back, but I just didn't fucking feel good, man, at all. And we had a whole weekend planned, and it kind of dampened our plans. But I jumped on and rested for a day or two. And then Saturday I went to a old classmate, teammate, brother's 50th birthday, and I was glad I could attend. Love him, love the family, and I had felt better during the day, and then stayed out there for a handful of hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then when I got home the next day, I felt bad again. So I took that Monday off. By Tuesday, I said, I'm going to try to get a light run in. Did about 4.5 miles, which is very standard or below for me. Struggled the whole way, coughing, hacking up, and then couldn't get my breathing right. Felt worse afterwards, which is odd. Usually that doesn't happen. And today was beautiful this morning, like 67 degrees, man, or 64. And I bypassed it. When I talk myself out of it, I know I don't feel good. I went on to work because I didn't have a tough work day. And I said, okay, I'm going to bypass my run because that's my breathing and that's my lungs. I'm going to go on to the gym. Worked out for about 40 minutes, came home, and that was it, man. I couldn't do nothing else. But I'm going to jump on this. This is going to ruffle some feathers. I'm going to get right into this. I'm going to miss some things like I always do. I hope that some of you tune in, and I hope that you share this, because it is only going to be on YouTube. First of all, I want to say, if you follow any of my social media platforms, or you know me in person, one, both, or all of these things, you know I don't talk much about politics. Go back and you look at my shit, my Facebook, anything for the last 10 years, and you really couldn't tell what side I'm on one way or another. And that's the fucking point. If you know me, you would know that probably Caucasian white people probably have more of a problem with me than anyone else does. I am not right wing. I am not left wing. I am not conservative. I am not a Democrat. I am not woke. I am not go with the flow. I am not everything's okay, whatever we want to do. I'm not, don't offend these people. I'm not any of that. I am fucking me. I am fucking Jason. And I am fucking, this is Savage Mind Podcast. And I am. Let everyone speak. Let everyone speak. Free speech. Some of you motherfuckers don't know that you are, maybe if we live long enough at our age, that we are gonna lose our free speech. And it is going to be communism. It may sound crazy to some of you. And I'm not trying to get into comparing generations either. I'm trying. We do it. I'm guilty of it too. It's tough. I'm Generation X. I'm right in the middle of Generation X. And I do feel like we are one of the toughest generations, and we are definitely the last generation to do what we did, see what we did, witness what we did, and we were the last ones to ever do that. But we also created the last two generations. Make no fucking mistake about it. No matter how much shit we talk, how much we criticize them, how much we judge them, how much shit we have to say, most boomers did not raise these last two generations. We did. Charlie Kirk is dead. Am I a Charlie Kirk fan? Yes, I am. Again, I identify with no fraternity, no group, no political party, and that fucking bothers some of you, doesn't it? Not for me. I mean, for anybody. You want them to take one side or another. That's what you want. That's how y'all pick y'all's fucking group. That's how you decide your clique, your fam, your fraternity. That's what you do. I just posted the other day. I said, people are okay with a controversial person. I'm a controversial person. Controversy in itself, as long as it's their controversy. As long as it fits their narrative. As long as they fucking agree with it. Collectively. It doesn't matter who it is or what walk of life they come from. They can have all the morals, the standards, all the character traits that a group or individuals are looking for. Go down the list of 20 things or more that you collectively agree with. Moral standards, work ethic, being a parent, being a grandparent, working out, whatever you decide that your morals are better than someone else's. Whatever your lifestyle, that your way is right. Whatever it is. And you're looking for that one fucking thing that you don't agree with. That's what so many of y'all are looking for. What happened to Charlie Kirk today? It's hard to hear. Again, did I like listening to him? Did I agree with him on a lot of things? Yes. But there's a lot of people that I listen to, that I follow, that I study. We may not agree on everything, and it doesn't fucking matter. Someone assassinated him. Why did they assassinate him? Y'all can tell yourselves whatever you want. I'm not even going to get into the details of it because there's certain things I don't know. He spoke the fucking truth. He challenged the woke culture. He went to university, sat in a fucking chair underneath the canopy, and welcomed it. Bring it. Doesn't mean he was right on everything. It's the opposing view. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we become better fucking human beings. I just posted right before I started this podcast. He joined another fraternity, unfortunately, that he probably didn't want to be a part of. And there's more, but these are the ones that stick in my mind. Go look at my Facebook, Jason Hector. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy, John Lennon, Charlie Kirk now. And if most of the people who want to silence the truthers had their way, there'd be a lot more than that gone. So on a very mediocre, small level, whatever you want to call it, I understand that because y'all know that I'm a truther. As a truther, you don't have to attack anyone. You don't have to come after them. I'm going to give y'all an example just myself because that's what I can use. Do I attack sexual preference? Absolutely not. We're very open-minded people and we live a lot different than most traditional people we know. That's a fact. Do I attack race? I'm not even considered white where I grew up and in my hometown and in my community. Go fact check that. I am in an interracial marriage. I have Hispanic grandkids. I grew up in a predominantly black and Hispanic community where people joke about it. I grew up with that I love dearly, where I just attended this weekend. It's like, you know, he ain't white. Obviously, I'm white. I don't talk about politics. When I get asked that question, I tell them it's none of their business. The same way I do, what do you do for a living and what's your salary? Because if they don't ask your salary and they ask you what you do for a living, particularly common among men, especially over 40, it's like a thing you're just supposed to answer. And the reason they do this is because if they ask what you do for a living, they can figure out your salary and they can decide what category to put you in and how much respect they're going to fucking give you. That's what they do. And we've accepted so many of these things as norm. It's not that I listen to Charlie Kirk all the time. It's the fucking principle. Just like everything. And I'm going to back up for a minute and tell some of you motherfuckers this. There's some of you posting. You're so sad that you didn't agree with him. And some of you may be right, but this is still a sad day. True. The guy was a father. Hey, there's serial killers and fucking pedophiles. A lot of them, most of them are fucking heterosexual males that are fucking fathers. They deserve to fucking fry. They deserve to be put in the fucking wood chipper. That's the fucking truth. He wasn't one of them. Hey, how many of y'all listen to Dr. Jordan Peterson? I listen to him religiously. They don't want him at universities either. And I think if I had a different platform, different support, they probably wouldn't want me and the people I gather up at universities either, or anywhere. So on a different scale, per scale, they don't want to hear me nowhere. They don't want to hear people like me anywhere because you have to fucking deal with it when you know it. He stuck to the fucking facts. Doesn't matter if you agree with him or not. Some of you people posting about him getting assassinated. Some of you are on my Facebook. I don't trust some of you. You're putting that out there to make you not look like the fucking person you are. That's a fucking truth. Because deep down, you're probably good. About fucking time. He got what he deserved. Who's going to fucking say that? You motherfuckers ain't going to say that. You're not going to say that. Because then it's exposed. You are what we already thought you were. That's what it is. Anytime somebody asks me, where would you vote for? This. I can remember a get together I was at over a year ago with a person I love. I didn't know anyone. I knew like 3 people there, but the one person I love. Played sports with him, went to school with him, grew up with him. I haven't been invited back. And I'm not invited back for a few different reasons. And I'm okay with that. And I always know why. All it was The conversation about everybody there was a Biden person. I didn't give a fuck. I still think there were some great people there. Am I a Trump person? I'm a no person. I know who I voted for. I know what I did. But I didn't want to get in the discussion. I tried to squash it. They brought up the conversation. And I think they didn't like it that I said, I think it's sickening that that's the best we have to choose from in this nation. That's our choices. At the time, Biden was in office. And I said, but it's definitely not who's in office. But that's the best we got. I said, but the thing is that I always make it a point not to try to discuss politics, religion. Because I say this a lot. I might touch base on religion, but I'm not a religious person. I'm a God-believing person, but I'm not a religious person. And I am fucking clear about all this shit. All of us fucking adults, why are y'all fucking vague? Why are you on the fence? Why are you, I don't want to ruffle no feathers. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm kind of this, I'm kind of this, I'm so, fuck you. Y'all the fucking problem. All this shit's a problem. Fucking say what you mean and mean what you say. Fucking be clear about it. Quit fucking around. What we did, and we keep seeing it over and over, is we've tried, we haven't tried, excuse me. We've been successful at silencing one side. I just wonder if this was the other way. This is not a racial thing. This is not a political thing. This is not a social economic thing. This is a fucking our morality thing. That's where we're at. But we act like this has kind of happened overnight. And it fucking hasn't. It's been building up to this. We've, as collectively, as a nation, as human beings, as Americans, we've sat back and watched a lot of shit. And we don't want to get involved because it don't fucking pertain to us. Until it fucking does, until it shows up to your door. Let me encourage you to go watch Joe Rogan and the Riley Gaines. If you don't know who she is, the swimmer on the trans issue. I'll leave that there. Again, she said, I was focused on career, swimming, boyfriend, this, and that, academic success, until it showed up to my door. And this is what's happened with a lot of things. No one wants to get involved. You want someone else to do it. We're sitting there watching our rights get taken away every fucking day. One group gets silenced, another group gets to talk. It's their agenda. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. The thing is those of you that have been getting your way, which is primarily the far left, you understand this. And I said this a couple of years ago during COVID. If we see it in our lifetime, most definitely, I think, maybe the millennials, Gen Z, most definitely our grandkids' age. What's it going to be? Do you think it's going to magically fix itself? You think this is going to work? Things have a way of working itself out? No, they don't. You have to take action. You have to do something about it. You have to stand up. You have to put yourself at risk. But here's why you don't. You don't want your comforts and I'm going to go back to this again. I've been preaching this shit forever. You don't want your luxuries and comforts messed up. This is why y'all don't get involved in shit in the workplace. This is why you don't get involved in shit in your community. This is why you don't speak up to your family. This is why you don't want to lose friends. Somebody else will do it. And then when somebody else does it, somebody like him, Charlie Kirk, and these other people, all y'all do is condolences, rest in peace. He was a warrior. He was a savage. All this, and all these people I mentioned were. Because you weren't going to fucking do it. It's not for everybody, no. But you won't stand up in your fucking daily life. You won't stand up to your fucking friends. You won't stand up to your parents. You won't stand up to your employer. You won't stand up to local government. How in the fuck do you think it goes when people like this emerge? It's because people like us on a mediocre level to Charlie Kirk and everybody that's met Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, John Lennon, John F. Kennedy. It's because someone has to. Because the masses will not do it. Be different if it was your family. It'd be different if it was your brother and sister. It'd be different if it was your kid. Think about all these people. Charlie Kirk, 31 years old. What was Martin Luther King Jr.? Not even 40? John Lennon was 40. Malcolm X, maybe 40? Go down the list. These people were fucking pioneers. They pissed a lot of people off. And you don't piss people off unless you're telling the truth. We have hated the truth since the beginning of time. The masses and the powers that be have always came after the people that tell the truth. And that's why so many of you ain't willing to do it. You're not willing to lose friends, which to me aren't friends in the first place. It doesn't matter how long I've known them, what I did with them, what kind of experiences we had together, how much we partied together, how close I thought we were. It's not an attack on anyone. It's just speaking. And that's what he did. He just spoke. I just had a conversation Saturday night where I was at an event, like I said, a brother's 50th birthday, where I was one of probably only 3 white people, I think. Felt right at home. It's normal for me. Someone said, I think he speaks against, he said it right in front of another woman. He said, I think he speaks against white people more than his own race, more than he does anyone else. This lovely woman didn't know me. She goes, oh, really? I said, my wife's right there. She's Hispanic. And I said, brother, that's not what I do. He goes, it seems that way. I just speak the truth and I let it fall in fucking place. Now, I try not to speak on things that I don't know about. Do I listen to Charlie Kirk all the time? No. Do I know everything about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., John F. Kennedy? No. If you've been born in the last 60 years, well, no, let me take that back. If you've been born after like 65, which is 60 years, but I'm going to minus probably that last 20 years. And in all fairness, it's not their fault. They don't give a fuck and they don't know. Probably 20 to 25 years. And again, this is what everybody says about everything. Not my kid, not my grandkids, not my siblings, not my church, not my hometown, not my job, not my people. Fucking everybody says that. Shut the fuck up. Everybody says it's not them. Everybody says it's somebody else. And everybody says it's somebody else's fucking problem to deal with. He did what a lot of people would not do. And he fucking was good at it. And what happened? Whoever wanted to silence him, which was probably millions of people, came after him and they were successful. Broad daylight at a university. Go listen to Dr. Jordan Peterson. They used to invite him to universities and then they protest him being there. Motherfuckers got nothing else to do, so they just fucking protest. I guess when you're entitled and you're enabled and you've been told that everything you say is right, or your rights matter more than other people, then you can fucking protest and you don't have to work. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to do shit. Again, I want you to go back and look at my social media post or my podcast and see if I take any side. The reason these motherfuckers are mad is because y'all really don't have an answer for people like that. When I'm wrong or somebody gets me, I'll go, okay, I don't know enough about this. But what I try to do is not speak on things I don't know enough about. And they'll go, well, I don't hear you talking about this. And I'll go, well, it's not something that's on my radar all the time. So I'm not a super political person. And the reason I don't follow anybody religiously, you never hear, go look at my posts. Have you ever seen a Trump post or any of these things? A couple here and there on some political stuff. I try to stay away from that shit. That way, perfect example, that way nobody can come back and say, you're all about this, you're all about that. I'm all about what? Huh? I'm all about what? I'm all about the fucking truth? Again, we started silencing one side and letting another side speak. Their agenda, worried about their fucking feelings, worried about offending someone. When you start, what we did a long time ago, this didn't happen overnight, people, was we started recognizing and acknowledging facts over fucking feelings. Who cares if anybody gets offended? This is not a Generation X thing. This is a fucking humanity thing. You feel attacked, motherfuckers, because it applies to you. Just like everything. That's why you feel attacked. And if it is, then so fucking be it. Figure something out. Work on something. You don't have to change, but you'll get the fuck over it, just like other mother. So you go fucking take someone out. What people want to say is this is evil of the world. Just like school shootings. Just like this. We'll talk about that later too. This girl got killed on the fucking light rail on the fucking train. Randomly stabbed. Not on the fucking news. Not till right now, till people started addressing it. Why? We'll talk about that later. Minding her own fucking business, dude stabbed her in the fucking neck. And everybody sat around and fucking watched. And didn't even try to help her. Didn't even try to get that motherfucker. We have a moral problem as human beings. And I'm convinced it's because we have become a scared, frail, weak, politically correct, don't offend no one, don't fuck up my comforts, I don't want nobody fucking with my family, I don't want to lose anything I've worked for, I've worked hard for this, my house, my car, my comforts, my credit, these kids' school, you don't want to lose any of that. That's what it is. But you're gonna fucking lose it. We think it ain't gonna happen. Have y'all not remember COVID? It was a fucking test. And we failed fucking miserably. It was a test run. We failed and we still ain't learned our goddamn lesson. Wherever you fall on the vaccine, we're not even talking about that today. This is what they said. It's like striking. If you're going on strike as a company and you're a union company. This is what they said. We got them. They ain't gonna do shit. And most of you motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit. Motherfuckers don't even know what they're protesting for. And the shit we need to be protesting for, we're not. We got comfortable. We got fucking soft. And us Generation X too. The shit we preach about, we ain't doing. We're not. We don't want our lives messed up. We want someone else to do it. We want someone else to preach. We want someone else to go out of their way. We want someone else to talk shit. We want someone else to get arrested. We want someone else to be a target. I know I'm a target. And it's like I said in my post. You know what you signed up for. Depending on what you are and what you're about, you know what you signed up for. And most of you motherfuckers are not going to sign up for it. But you're not going to sign up for it, and you didn't. It's cool. But the thing is you're outraged. You're outraged for what? You're outraged for what? Are you going to step up? Are y'all going to get other people together? Because what I see is a lot of people that talk shit on social media and you ain't willing to do shit in person. That's the truth. You have to let everybody talk. No matter how much you don't agree with it, no matter how fucked up it is. You have to let everybody talk. I've always said this. Unless it's the exploitation of children, no matter how fucked up it is, we need to allow all this content to be available. Everything from what Hitler did, Mussolini, people like this who almost extinguished a race, Saddam Hussein, whoever it is, you need to let it be available. You can't silence anyone unless it's the exploitation of children. Because that's the fucking truth. I want to dive deeper into all this. Then you got you motherfuckers that'll sit there and say this. He was 31 years old, had 2 kids, a wife. He shouldn't have put himself in there. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? You want to do it? Y'all won't even downgrade your house. You don't want to even get a less luxurious car. You don't even want to lower your credit limit. You don't even want to not be accepted to the barbecue. How you motherfuckers going to do it? So that's why you have people like us. On whatever level it is. I just explained to the mamacita, the wife, a while ago. I said, let me give you an example. These people I was mentioning while I was doing the post, talking about Charlie Kirk. Super upset about this, man. This lets you know how easy it is to get to people. How did Kennedy get killed? Broad fucking daylight in Dallas. John Lennon. All these people were speaking the truth. Their conviction. They stood up to corruption on all levels. And they paid the ultimate price. I said in my post, I think if these people were still here, or you could bring them back or talk to them, I think they say they would still do it. I don't think that they would say they wouldn't do it. We honor them when they're gone, but we fucking criticize them when they're here. Same way we do at funerals. So many people go to people's funerals. I wish they were here. I love them. The best people I knew. I hate that we didn't spend more time together. We grew up together. I love whatever you say, and then you fucking talk shit and judge them and criticize them the whole time that they're here. If you don't talk, for me, if you don't talk shit, you don't talk good about me while I'm here, and you don't love me while I'm here, you don't appreciate and value what kind of person I am, then don't fucking come to my funeral. It ain't gonna fucking matter anyway. If it didn't matter here, it definitely ain't gonna matter then. We need to check ourselves as human beings. We've needed to for a long time, but we haven't been. Prayers and condolences ain't working, man. That's hard to hear. It's not. And it hasn't worked in a fucking long time. I think a lot of people that say they pray and condolences don't even do it in the first place. I'm not even a religious man. I pray every damn day. Yeah, I use bad language. So what? Where y'all want to go? I always said I'm not a religious man. There's a lot of things I don't feel bad. There's a lot of things I don't have a conscience about. This is what happens when we let weak men take over. This is what happens when we silence strong men and let weak men speak. Weak men rule this fucking world. And we're going to start paying the ultimate price for it. But for those of us that have kids, I have kids, millennials and Gen Z. Now I have grandkids. For those of us that are grandparents, what's it going to be like when they're here? When we're gone and they're here. What do you think? You think it's going to self-correct? You think it's going to get better? It'll work itself out? That's a fucking delusion. That's lying to yourself. Just like your fucking bad relationships. Just like your misery at your job. Just like your addictions. Quit fucking lying to yourself. Right now, y'all listen to this shit and getting pissed off at me when really you're mad at your goddamn self. You ain't mad at people like me. You just didn't want to hear it. You wanted it to be validated, and that's why you surround yourself by the people you do. They'll catch Charlie's killer, or he'll fucking be what cowards do and take his own self out. And in a few months, we'll be on with our life until something else happens. It's not a right or left thing. It's not a middle thing. It's not a conservative. It's not Republican, Democrat. When are we all gonna wake the fuck up, man? Everyone has the right to free speech. Everyone has the right to say whatever they want to. You feel like it's an attack on you because the shoe fucking fits. Sounds cliche. Sounds pretty standard, but that's the fucking truth. You wouldn't be so fucking mad if it didn't apply to you. We don't get mad at things that don't apply to us. We get mad at the truth. Again, this world doesn't come after fake. This world doesn't come after insincere. This world doesn't come after backstabbers. This world doesn't come after obviously corruption. It comes after truth. It comes after, it hates truth and accountability. These are the people, this world hates authenticity. I was going to do a podcast on that today. Think about that. We encourage, and I've did multiple podcasts on this. We encourage and we say we don't love it. Be real, keep it real. That's not what you motherfuckers want. That's the furthest thing from what you want. Don't say, some of you ever never hear you say keep it real again. Because that's not what the fuck you want. Far as north to south to what you want. You want what makes you feel comfortable. You want what doesn't raise any attention. You want what you don't have to deal with. Because once you have the truth, if you don't know, you can say you don't know. If you don't have the tools, if you don't have the information, if you don't have the education. But once you know, you're fucking responsible. And that's the problem. No one wants to be responsible for a goddamn thing. That's the problem. You want somebody else to do it. You want somebody else to show up. You want somebody else to fight the fight. And there are those of us who are willing to do it. Because we want our life to mean something. We want our life to mean something for our fucking kids and grandkids. It doesn't matter. And I know that some of y'all know certain things about me. And guess what? Those people, that person, is where they fucking belong. You can't come at me with nothing I haven't addressed. But I encourage you to do so. What are you going to do? You can't hurt my fucking feelings. You can't come at me with anything. This is passion. This ain't being mad. Because I can tell you what, I'll make you mad. I'll piss you off. You can't use what I call out against me. And you can't hurt my feelings if I don't care enough about you in the fucking first place. There's like 5 people in this world that can hurt my feelings. Doesn't matter what you cut down, what you criticize, how you attack me. You can't hurt my fucking feelings. I have them, but I have a switch. I know how to turn it off and on. It's called a disciplined, callous mind. That's what it is. And most of the people I know don't have it. I know when to turn it on and turn it off. Most people don't have that effect on me. You want somebody else to do your fucking dirty work. That's what we all want. Somebody else is doing it. And I don't think that no matter what, most Americans ain't going to be fucking happy either way. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to have a fucking problem with it. You know why? Because most of you don't have nothing going on. You don't have enough going on in your real life. We're too distracted. You're too distracted with your debt. You're too distracted with your social circle. You're too distracted trying to enable your kids. Or, in fact, enabling them. Trying to feel important at work. I don't care if you're from a surgeon to a fucking janitor. Same respect, but that's what it is. You want somebody else to come along and fix it. Somebody else will speak up. Someone else will do it. And when they do, it's R.I.P. I'm so sad. But here's the truth. Some of y'all are such big critics of these people. Everybody I listed has been gone prior 1980 or before that. John Lennon got killed in 1980. They say, well, he wasn't a political figure. He was a Beatle. And the Beatles had worked together at the time. But with the British invasion, do you know how much impact and how much influence the Beatles had when they came out like 63 and this was 1980? Because I remember my mom talking about it the year I started kindergarten. How much influence you think they had? There's a lot of people like that. George Carlin. I talk about him all the time. Usually when I post something of his, it gets removed. Let me ask y'all something. When you report someone for something that offends you or pisses you off, that's not a target on you, what are you thinking you're accomplishing? Do you think it's going to make it not true? Do you think it's going to make it not happen? Do you think it's going to make it not apply to you? Do you feel like that you won when you report someone that offends you that wasn't targeted to you? What are you accomplishing? That's cancel culture. That's woke. Y'all do yourself a favor. I've been woke most of my life. I've just learned to really sharpen my skills the last how many ever years. It's a craft. I've upgraded my levels. I'm not going to say expert. But most of these people out here doing this that are... You can watch the video. Watch most of Charlie's videos. Most of them don't even know what they're defending or what they're representing in the first place. They just want to be a part of something because they don't have an identity and they don't have a purpose. You hear that? When you don't have an identity and you don't know your purpose, you're susceptible to anything. And that's why I say this all the time. That's why most of society in general are compromised. Hey, I disconnect from a lot of people that I've known. Some of them I love. No big falling out. Nothing happened. They'll give you a different narrative why we don't talk. They will. They'll say it's because of this, because of that. They know, hey, if y'all listening, you know you're fucking full of shit. You know, I don't mind saying this. For some of you, people like myself, the most valuable assets you have. As a friend, as an employee, as a employer, as in training, as in brother, as in whatever it is, whatever category that you feel like it applies, we were one of the best assets you had, and you lost it because you felt some kind of way, because you wasn't willing to hold yourself accountable and you wasn't willing to be receptive to the truth. That's what it is. And for anyone that's still in our life now, you know that. You're not going to get very many people like us in your corner, on your team, in your circle. But we're not willing to compromise, and you are. It baffles you that people like us exist now. It pisses you off. Deep down, you respect us and you admire us. We even inspire you. But you won't fucking say it, so you make us a problem or an enemy. So fucking be it. I'm cool whatever category you want to put me in. And for whatever reason you tell yourself you have to. That's the way those men were. Didn't matter who had to fall off. It's sad. It's sad that someone can't... All these people are willing to show up and debate. That's what happens when you can't handle the truth. That's what happens when you can't hear no. That's what happens when you get enabled and you get validated your whole life. No matter what you tell yourselves about you, your children, your grandchildren, your siblings, whatever it is, that's what happens. This is the fucking result. I'm going to pick back up on this, man. I'm going to go take some meds. Let's talk more about this. You did good work while you was here, Charlie Kirk. You were a warrior of the truth. And for those of us who appreciate it, agree or disagree, because he had some topics I didn't agree on. And that's okay. That's okay. You will not be forgotten. You'll never not be appreciated. We need more people like this. We need to gather together and get these kind of people. We need 20 Charlie Kirks. We need 200. We need 1,000 people like this. Don't stop being a warrior. Y'all stay humble, live savage.